Okay, I've been getting some questions on gear. Um, kind of more general sort of things, not the specific stuff I've been doing. So I thought I'd take advantage of this and show you what's in my bag here. Recording this on my iPhone, so you can be seeing the camera and all that sort of stuff. So let's open it up. First we start with my tripod. This is normally strapped right to the side. I unstrapped it just to make it a little bit easier. But I do have what's called a bento travel tripod. Great little device. It's pretty lightweight. It's pretty minimalist too, but it works really well for being out in the field. And everything you're seeing here, I carry in this bag for a shoot, except for lights. Lights are something separate. And the great thing about this bag too, tripod and everything, goes in the overhead compartment on a plane. So works out really well. I just want to spin this around so it's a little bit easier to work with here. Okay, so this is a low pro bag, real standard in the industry. Comes with a rain cover in the bottom here, so I can cover it up with rain. Comes with various places where you can strap things on. And when you can open it up, you see that it has a lot of compartments that you can customize and to your own use, whichever way you want to use it. So, probably the most important part of all, camera, goes right in here. I'm using a Canon T5i, which is really a pretty basic type of camera, to be honest with you, but it really does the job for what I'm looking for. It's entry level, has the kit lens on it, which is an 18 to 55 millimeter zoom lens. But like I said, for starting out, it's really basic, but it works really well. So I've been very happy with it. And actually, they're up to the T6i right now, so you can probably find a deal on them if you're looking around. Let's going down this side here. It's kind of my sound side. My H1 zoom, real basic piece of equipment. It's really great for external recorder, very simple, very lightweight, very easy to use. The nice thing about this too is that you can put a lavalier on somebody and then just slip this right into their pocket. So it works really, really well. Love that right there. Moving up, just some miscellaneous adapters and things like that I keep here for when I'm doing sound. If I have to go into different equipment, different settings, different microphones, just a little kit like that. Normally, this is where my H4n would be, but I'm using it to record this audio right now. So I keep my H4n in that compartment right there. And you might be noticing too, you probably can't see it too well, I actually have labels on the bottom of the compartments. So it really helps at a glance. I can tell if something's missing, what goes in there. I know the bag pretty well by now, but it really does help me keep stuff in mind, because the last thing I do when I leave a shoot or leave a location is take a real good look around the set and also in my bag to make sure I've got absolutely everything. Okay. Headphones go in here. I use a pair of traveling headphones that collapse down. The sound quality is not the best it could be, but really for what I've got, this works really well, and I like them because they just do collapse down and they're very easy to travel with, and these have really helped me out a lot over the years, so no problem with those whatsoever. Various cables down here. There's actually one more that goes in there that I'm using right now for recording, so just various sound cables right there. Come around in the middle compartment. This is a windscreen that goes on the top of the H4. So if I were using those microphones on the H4, I could just cut down on the wind noise right there like that. Okay. Here's a silly little thing. These hair elastics, whatever they call them, got them at the dollar store. They are so good for cables and just for miscellaneous little things. So I got a lot of use out of these things. I really do, for $1, something like that. Normally right here I would have my Rode shotgun microphone, but I'm using it right now to record the sound. Underneath that I've got a couple of Gorilla Pods, or Gorilla Pods I guess they're called, which are these funky, collapsible, bendable kind of tripods. I get a lot of use out of these things. These are very, very handy to have. Extremely handy to have. Oh, one other thing too, I'm sorry I had it on something over here, that I also carry in that compartment. It's a pair of these clamps. You can pick these up at any Home Depot, Lowe's, things like that. And a nice little addition that I made to it is I put in a 1/4 inch screw on this side that fits on the bottom of any camera. So where you normally mount a camera, you can put this here, and then you can mount this on various things. And you can put your camera in some really weird places. I don't use it as much for my DSLR, but it's really handy when I want to mount my iPhone somewhere. I can just clip it anywhere, put this on, and I have my iPhone in an odd place. So really handy sort of clamps to have, a little piece of equipment. These compartments are all my battery type stuff, extra batteries for the camera, and definitely have an extra pair of batteries for your camera all the time. Definitely have them all charged up, ready to go. 9 volts, which go into my, I got a lot of 9 volts, which go into my Rode microphone. And make sure you tape over, oops, that one's coming off a little bit. Make sure you tape over the connections so that something metal doesn't short across them or they don't come in contact with each other. Always keep a little bit of tape on there. Fix that up right there, just to make sure you don't short them out. I have a battery tester. This is really handy in the field, just to make sure your battery's up to snuff and your batteries are ready to go. It's really amazing how you burn through batteries here. For my camera, also AA's. These go into my recorders, my H1 and my H4n. For my camera, I also have not only backup battery cameras that are fully charged, but I also have this cartridge that can go in using AA's. And AA's you can get anywhere, so if you're out in the field and your camera batteries start to die and you don't have them fully charged up, you're really in a pinch, you can just use this with AA's and it fits right into the bottom of your camera. Boom, there you go. And also on your camera, I'd really suggest getting this mount that goes on the bottom. This is a really handy sort of thing to have. Gives you the extra battery power to put into your camera, and it just makes you look a little bit cooler. So I'd really suggest you get that for the bottom of your camera. Down here, I keep my battery charger. I can charge 2 simultaneously, and just extra set of glasses down here in the bottom. Okay, so that takes care of that part of the bag. Up here in the overhead part, see if I can slide this down a little bit, get it into the shot. This is where I keep my lavalier microphones. On this side right here, I have 2 of them. This side has miscellaneous cables, HDMI cables, USB cables, various types of cables, and I've color-coded them too with colored electrical tape, just so I can tell at a glance what they are for. For example, that's a USB extender. This is a USB cable. This is an HDMI cable right here. It's another orange USB cable. So I really try to keep them straight that way by putting them into, or color coding them. This slot for extra cards right there. And some miscellaneous stuff, lens cleaning kits, my variable ND filter, I keep that in here. Extra strap, these straps are really handy as well, put those in there. So that's about the bag itself. And this part right here, I have a few things. Nifty little device for custom white balance filter, right there. And just some various administrative this isn't administrative. This is my card wallet, where I keep all my cards. I do want to get a better one than this. This one works semi-well. My understanding is Pelican makes a really good case, which I want to take a look at. Pens, business cards, notebooks, things like that. I also keep all my manuals handy in case I just need to look up something in the field about the equipment that I'm using, just to keep that handy. And something else that I came up with too is my camera bag inventory, which tells at a glance what is what in which compartment. So that's really handy to have as well when I'm looking at it. So that really is my bag at a glance here. Now one thing too that this bag can do, which I really don't use it for that much, is, which side is it? Yeah. I can also slip a laptop computer in here. if I need to. It'll fit right in there. I generally don't because I carry all my computer equipment in a separate bag, so that works out really well. And also what I do with this is to get it around the airport, I have a collapsible two-wheel cart that I can put on it, so I can strap this thing onto the cart. I can take it through the airport as a wheelie bag behind me, and then when I get to the airplane, I can take it off the cart, stick it in the overhead, stick the cart in there, and I've never ever had a problem with it whatsoever. So it works out really well. So all this equipment you're seeing in this bag, and this is all the equipment that I need for a shoot right here, again, except for the lighting. And it just works out really well for me. I've taken it to a lot of places. I've taken it on the plane without any problems whatsoever. And it just works out really well for me. So in a future episode, I'll show you my light kit and how I've got that configured for travel as well, or just thrown in the back of a car or a truck or using out in the field. So I'll show you that in a future episode. So that's in my bag. That's what's in my bag. Thanks a lot. Please subscribe, comment. Love to hear from you. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you want to hear about. Take care.